Good morning. Um, it's Sarah Peasley. I'm coming to you live from my backyard in sunny Michigan, where it is currently, let's see what it is currently. Today, it is currently 32 degrees. So I'm bundled up. Uh, I was going to come see you from inside my house, inside the studio, which is still not done. Um, but I thought it would be fun to try. But not but, and the flooring guy is here. Yay. Uh, it's the last day of putting in the new floor. Super yay. But it's loud. So I came out here. It might still be loud because it comes out and saws things. You might hear that. But it's the last day of putting in the floor. Did you hear that? I'll have floors in the 5 room. 1, 2, 3 rooms that I didn't have floors for a long time. I mean, there were floors, right? But they were the underparts of floors, the underpants of floors. So not anything anyone would want to walk on, although I did. And then he said he'll be here tomorrow to clean up, and then I'll have floors. So I'm not sure what that means because there's a lot of steam coming out of something over there near my house. It's not smoke, so yay. Painters. Waiting for painters. I don't know anything about that schedule, but I do have a few more wall repairs that I think I would like before the painters come. Wall replacements. So I need to narrow that down and then let the contractor know that, oh, maybe we're not done yet. Yeah, so that's exciting. I have floors. I have almost all the floors. Whoop. Yeah, so let's see what else. I still don't have any knitting. Like, I don't know if I know how to knit anymore. For anyone who's popping in, I bought a new house. I moved to the new house. I can't unpack in the new house. I haven't been able to. Let's see, I moved on September 1st. All the belongings moved on August 20th. I moved on September 1st with the cats, and the boxes are still unopened because construction in 5 rooms. So, and my knitting is trapped. My current projects, all 40 some of them, are trapped either in boxes or in the sunroom. That's the sunroom, which you might be able to see has furniture in it from here all the way to the other end of the sunroom. And right here is a little open area where there's a table with my knitting sitting on it, and I cannot get there until the furniture moves. And the furniture can't move until the studio is done, and the studio is not done because it needs paint. So my knitting is in there. And so it's been a while. Probably August probably whenever I packed the boxes. It's been since then. So sometime in August is the last time I sat down and knit on one of my projects. And what I would like to do is, can you hear that? That is a car acting like it's full of testosterone, which it probably isn't, if you know what I mean. So you may notice that I have a beautiful scarf on with green. This is my current color of the day. And then I also have mitts that match. I'm not sure it was intentional that I'd have a matching outfit, but I do. And the the knitting that I packed up to start new at this house, because, even though you have 40 some projects going, you still need to pack another one or start another one, right? Except it's right about there. I don't know. It's in there somewhere. Is pink, like hot pink and gray. This is green and gray and gray. And I love it. And I thought, I've been making all these shawls that are, you get 2 or 5 or 7 colors of hand-dyed sock yarns that go nicely together, and you make a shawl, and then you have this loud, sometimes very pretty shawl. And the ones I've been making just haven't been floating my boat, so I gave a bunch of them away when I moved. You snooze, you lose if you weren't there. And I'm like eager to make some new ones. And my right, knit on through crises. Um, the new idea I had, took me a while to get there, is that I love the one bright color with the gray and the gray. Whoops, that's green. What's green, Sarah? And perhaps I could do that with other bright colors like the hot pink that's in there. So when I find that, I can make a similar, this is Andrea Mowry's Find Your Fade or Free Your Fade. It's the smaller shawl, not the 7-color extravaganza or the mystery one. I forget how many fade shawls she had, but this is the smaller 3-color one. Green. Did I mention green and gray and gray? Madeline Tosh, probably Merino Twist. Leopard. Aria. Oh, there's Mr. Mustache. He's inside. Leopard, Aria, and green. I don't remember what the green was called. So I have a pink, which may or may not be cactus flower, which is the same yarn. And I have a lot of grays. I had signed up for Supernova Dye Works Heavy Metal Yarn Club, which was, I don't know, 3 or 4 mailings of basically gray yarns with different funny names. Yeah, funny, sorry, like heavy metal related funny names. And they were all like shades of gray with different stuff going on in them, and it made me very happy. So now I have all this gray yarn, different, and I could like pair them up with, like, I think hot pink, I think cobalt blue. I could even do an orange. I'm ready for an orange. So that's exciting. So I have plans for all these shawls, plus my 40 some odd works in progress, which are, I don't know, there's a trunk right there. Doesn't it sound beautiful? There's a trunk right there that's on its side, and it's latched and shrink wrapped, and I think that's where all my current knitting projects are. But it's behind boxes in a bed, and it can't move. It can't move for a while. So we have a Jenga or Tetris. We have Tetris going on in there. It's actually one of those puzzles. I think I've done that before, said that before, where you have one open square and you can move the little squares around till you make the picture. I can't even move the squares around yet. I don't have the open space yet. So that'll come. I don't know what the open space will be, the studio. And then I can start putting the things in there, one thing at a time. Yeah. So, went on a little road trip yesterday, Sunday. It was a beautiful Sunday, and I woke up to a Facebook entry from Clearview Orchards about how they have their apples ready to pick and ready to pick up. And, that it was a beautiful day. So I drove out to, well, first I went to breakfast. Duh. And then I drove out to Clearview, and I tried to go a different way than I normally go, because I have a house in Hazlitt currently, and from Hazlitt you go to Berry Road, and you go down Berry Road, and there it is. But I was coming from Okemos, from Grand River, and I thought I'll just drive down Grand River till I hit a road that I know I can, and I wasn't thinking, and I made it past Williamston, and I'm like, this isn't right. I'm too far. So I turned around and went back, and I turned on Zimmer Road, and I got there. I had to actually, okay, I'm lying. I turned on my GPS at that point and said, please take me to Clearview Orchards. I'm lost. And, so we went past Williamston and ended up at there was a big place with pumpkins and lots of cars. And we stopped there, and it was called Diedrich's or something farm. Um, and we went in and bought apple cinnamon donut. Got back in the car, and then we went and found Clearview Orchards and bought some Mutsu apples. Mutsu, a half a peck. So I'm going to take one in for lunch today and see how it tastes. It's supposed to be crisp and tangy. Crisp and tangy, I think, was the description on the chalkboard. So yay. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have that for lunch. Plus more, a salad. An orange. Water. I was talking about. Oh, so I made it to the orchard, and I picked the half a peck of pickled apples. Mutsu. Drove back past the Hazlitt house to the Okamus house, and it was kind of a lazy Sunday. But I have a file that's due today to edit, so I edited that yesterday, and then I edited some more yesterday, and then I have to finish it up today. Do a little proofing, and add the numbers, the measurements to the schematic, and then that'll be done. And then I go to work at the yarn shop today, so that'll be good. And then I'm having dinner with a friend, so that'll be good. Haven't seen her in a million years. And then I'm coming home, and I'm going to fall down. Hey, there's a chipmunk. Hi, chipmunk. You can't see him because if I turn it around, he'll get scared. There might be two. No, it's one. Can't see that far in these glasses. Yep, chipmunk. Let's see. It's interesting living in a new yard that someone has cultivated and seeing the things that happen as the seasons go by. I mean, I've only been here since September 1st, but all kinds of stuff's happening. I have an umbrella magnolia that I thought was maybe a banana tree, but it's not. And since the last time I looked at it, which was Saturday or Friday, I forget. It's turned a beautiful golden brown. It was green a couple days ago. And there's an herb garden that was here, and something's blooming. It's probably like chamomile. No, it's big white flowers. I looked it up. I forget what it is, but like big daisies. I don't remember what that is. And so that's blooming. And the holly bushes, half of them, have nice red berries. The autumn crocus are done. They're still there, but they're like done. We're tired. We're going to hibernate now. I think that's a burning bush, and it has just started to turn. When I drove around yesterday, a lot of burning bushes had already turned. I believe that that's a burning bush right there. It's just a little bit red. That was exciting, wasn't it? Did you get nauseous? Sorry if you got nauseous. There. So I would like to be knitting on a shawl, but I am not. I pulled out my the black work. I had told you that I'd pulled out the black work to work on, but it's called black work. It's usually done with black thread on, I think historically done with black thread on white. I mean, that's not really what always happens, but I, in my infinite wisdom, am using black cloth and using rainbow colors, bright colors. But the fact that the cloth is black means I can't see it in my house where I can't reach the light switches because there's boxes. So I've done a little work on that, but I can't get very far. So that sits. I flat out refuse to buy new supplies to start a new knitting project. But it's got to be close now, right? When I can start moving furniture around and open things and find my knitting. It's got to be close. Today I was able to find an envelope and some stamps because I have to mail my mortgage payment. I think it's going to be the last mortgage payment I have to mail, and the closing on the Hazlitt house is November 17th. So then I shouldn't have to mail any mortgage payments after that. So fingers crossed about that. But yeah, I do have to mail one now. Number 3. So I will have made 3 mortgage payments. It's fine. It's all fine. I'm made of money, so it's all fine. Let's see. What else has happened? My sister and her husband came to visit. They came to town for a football game that you might have heard of. It's the MSU U of M football game that was this weekend. And from their home in Florida, they both got degrees from MSU, advanced postgraduate degrees. Yeah, that's what they're called, from Michigan State University. So they came back for the game, and I was able to show them the new house and show them the yard. And my cousins came by, kind of not unannounced. They texted and said, "Hey, can we stop by?" And I said yes. And oh, by the way, my sister and her husband are here. So we had a tiny little reunion in the yard, which was really fun, really nice. A nice unexpected thing. And then there were meals that were had, and then we drove around campus and sat and drank some tea. It was lovely. Well, nobody drank tea. I had a mocha and she had hot apple cider, but we had said we were drinking tea, so we'll just say we were drinking tea. So that was nice to get caught up. Yep, she was cold because, we're Midwestern girls, but she's not lived in Midwest for a long time, so she's not used to the cold. So there were a lot of layers that were wrapped around her, and she was so excited about all the fall colors because in Florida they don't get the fall colors. So that was nice that I could, manage to provide that for her. Yep, it was the first of the 2 sisters to see the new place. So point of pride, or whatever you say, bragging rights. It's not, it's, piles and hardly anywhere to walk and only 2 chairs, and the floor guy was there, so bang, 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 and glue, 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 and saw, and all the things. So, she saw it when. Next time she sees it, it should be a house with furniture and doors that open and close. They open and close now, but there's nothing to go to on the other side except dust and half of a floor and boxes and stuff. So, yeah. It was funny, the floor guy, so part of what he's covering up is concrete slab, and part of what he's covering up is wood. Not hardwood, but, just the underpants, as I said before, of the floor. And so when he's over the wood, he's nail gunning it. I'm not sure that's a verb, but it is now. And when he's on the cement slab, he's gluing. And on some of the wood, he's gluing and nail gunning. Why am I telling you this? I don't remember. I'll get to it. Oh, so when he glues it, he then wants to weight the floorboards down so that they have a chance to dry in position without sliding around. So he's been using like the boxes of the floorboards he hasn't opened yet, and he's been using, I don't know, stuff that was lying around in the empty room. And a couple days ago, he came out and he goes, "I need some more weight." He said, "I need some boxes. Do you have any boxes that are heavy?" And I'm like, "Oh, honey, do I have boxes that are heavy?" So I showed him a pile of boxes of books, and they're all in the bedroom now holding down floorboards. So I'm like, yay! Opened up a little patch of floor. So I moved something else in there. So now the floor's covered again. But my boxes of books are being used. So that's nice. They're not being read. They're being weighted. They're weighting down the floor. So that's cool. Too bad they don't actually go in the bedroom, or they'd already be there, but that's okay. But I was like, do I have something heavy in a box? Yes, I have 1,000 books here that I can't read because they're in boxes. There, you can see my breath. Let's see what else is happening. I'm blanking. Let's see. The inspection happened at the Hazlitt House. I'm not thrilled with the guy with the report because the guy was kind of a poopy head about it, the inspector guy. For example, my favorite, he's in the house. I just saw the report, but like he's in the house, he's checking things. He's like, there are no screens in the windows, or all the window screens are missing. That's what he said. And I'm yelling at the report that I'm reading online saying, they're in the garage. Like, it's winter. I cleaned them. I put them in the garage. So he's like, all the window screens are missing. And then you get to the part where he looks in the garage and he's like, window screens are in the garage. Ask the owner if they are all present. And I'm like, of course they are. Just count them. Count the windows, count the screens. It's the same number. Like, I'm yelling at the guy. He's acting like a meanie pants. Like, oh, well, this is wrong. There's no screens. Well, here's the screens, but are they all there? I don't know. So there was more like that. Like, this is against code. I'm like, well, sorry, but the professionals installed it, so I don't really think it's against code, but whatever. Yeah, inspection reports can be very frustrating. I agree. The one that happened here, the owner to be is present for the inspection. I was requested to be present, so I assume the other people were at the other house, but it was fun, and they're all like, that's all right. This is happening, but whatever. And then this guy at the other house is like, oh, no, this is all wrong. Like, the roof appears to be aging. I'm like, well, it is aging because, that's what we do, but it also was purchased to look like it's like a textured one, so it looks like it's all getting old, but it was meant to look like that. So I don't know if that's what he was seeing. Yeah, so they called in a roofing company, and it's hilarious because the roofing company they called in is in fact the roofing company that installed the roof. So they'll be going like, oh, we did that? Oh, no, it's perfect. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Oh, no, it's fine. So that's kind of funny. We'll see what they say. We'll see how that turns out. But he was a meanie pants. I wasn't happy with, of course I didn't want anything to be wrong with the house. And of course I knew that there were things wrong with the house. Nothing horrible, but he's making it sound dire. There might not be all the screens. OMG. Yeah, so one step closer to maybe selling the house to the people buying the house. Yay! I just being a pessimist, like, oh, stuff can go wrong. It may not work out. Not sure all the screens are there. Wouldn't want to buy a house without all the screens, like this one here that I bought without all the screens, because it's just screens. I'm making a big deal about it. There's nothing wrong with the screens. Just, have to yell at something. I can't do anything about it. So I'll just yell. What else is going on? Okay, this is big. Are you ready? Do you remember that I have 2 cats? And do you remember that one of the cats used to claw the sheets to wake me up? And so my sheets have claw marks in them. And that is probably the last thing that I hadn't replaced. So I've been sleeping on clawed up cat sheets with, holes ripped in them. And I thought 2 days ago, this is Monday, Sunday, Saturday, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to buy some new sheets. So I went online and I bought some new sheets. It wasn't that quick, obviously. And I'm very excited about them. They're very bright and flowery. Not like, it's weird because I put in searches for, flowers. And they're all coming up like country French or whatever that's called. Boho chic. They're all like, I can't think of what the phrase would be, but they're all like floral. And I didn't want floral. I wanted flowers that were bright, like not real flowers, just pretty bright pictures of flowers that somebody drew. And so I searched on Amazon, I searched on the Google, I searched at the company store at country chic something. Anyway, flowers, floral. And I found one set that, I was trying searches like, okay, let's not say floral, let's say pattern, or let's say I don't know, contemporary, or let's say modern, or let's say whimsical. I found one set of sheets. They're arriving shortly because I'll have one set of sheets without holes in them, and that'll be good. So they were supposed to arrive yesterday because Amazon is weird, and I ordered them on Saturday, and they were supposed to arrive on Sunday. And they did not, in fact, arrive on Sunday. So then I got an email from Amazon saying, oops, they're not going to arrive on Sunday. They might arrive Monday or Tuesday. If you don't get them by Tuesday, let us know. I'm like, what? So I'm all excited about new sheets because I won't get my toes caught in the giant gaping holes. That'll be fun. How is 2 days a week at the shop going? It's lovely. It's only been 2 weeks that I've done 2 days. This is the third week. I just putter around, and when I leave it at the end of the day, I don't have to have everything resolved, and then I go in the next day and I keep going. This past week, it was busy enough. One of my favorite things is just to get. One of my favorite things is just to like move the yarn around and fluff it up and make it pretty, and touch it all. And I didn't have a chance to do that at all on Monday or on Tuesday this past week because people kept coming in to buy yarn or ask questions. It was so annoying. Or the phone would ring for people who wanted to know if they could come buy yarn or ask questions. So it was actually working the 2 days of last week, which went well. I sold a lot of yarn. Yay. Answered a lot of questions. Yay. And it was lovely. So it seems fine. Except, of course, by the end of Tuesday, I think it's Monday still, and then I'm off for the whole rest of the week. But that's not really anything new. But thank you for asking. So far, so good. Today's Monday of my Monday, Tuesday thing. Yarn season. Yeah, it is yarn season. It's nice. People have been buying sweater quantities for actually year-round for a while now, which is very nice. Less so in the summer, but still sweater quantities. Where it used to be, I need 3 skeins of hand-painted yarn to make the latest Andrea Mowry shawl or Stephen West shawl, and now it's like I need a sweater's worth of something warm and pretty to make, the latest Andrea Mowry sweater. But yay, they're buying sweaters worth, and they're knitting the sweaters, unlike some people I know who just, put them in bags and then in trunks that are sealed and shrink wrapped and in the new house and can't be gotten to. For example, hypothetical situation. I've decided that I'm going to finish a bright green sweater that's in there, kind of this bright green, but a little more blue-green, a little more blue, a little more. It's green. Excuse me. It's green. It's a yellow green, but it's a blue green, kind of a yellow green. If that makes any sense at all. My tea is getting very cold. It's the Shantae sweater from Anna Maltz's book Marlisle, which is done. It's steeked. I just need to treat the cut edges of the steek and block it and sew the buttons on. Everything else is done. And once I have a studio, I will have room to do all those things. So that's the one I'd like to finish first, I think. I remembered at some point because somebody had on something similar or talked about the yarn. They talked about the yarn, the Farmer's Daughter Mighty Mo, the fuzzy DK weight, that I think I finished that sweater. Sorrel by Woolen Pine. Look at me having brain cells. I think I finished that sweater, and I might even have woven in all the ends, and maybe it just needs to be blocked, so I will have room to block it. I'll have to find it first, though. So I'll have sweaters I can wear, if, for example, I live streamed out in the backyard in 32 degrees. Let's just see what the degrees are now. Hello! Let's see. We're up to 33. Awesome. So it's 9:30. I'm actually not as cold as I thought I was going to be, but I'm pretty damn cold. So I'm going to go in and get ready for Well, I'm going to finish my file that I need to get turned in today that I was editing. And then I'm going to get ready for work at the shop, and then I'm going to go to work at the shop. So that's how my day's going to go. Thanks for joining me. It is pretty out. I know. It's fall. It's the trees are turning. Mine are slow in here, maybe because the sun doesn't get down in here. It's my little forest, my little enchanted forest. But out driving around yesterday, really pretty colors. Hi, Lisa. 2 sweaters in queue, maybe this year. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have this nice big studio. Let's get together and finish our sweaters, shall we? Or start our sweaters, because of course I want to start some too. Happy Monday. Oh, is it going to be warmer tomorrow? Oh, good. Don't expect me to sit outside on my patio, though. Thanks for being here. I will see you next week, Monday at 9 a.m. Have a great week. I'll see you later.